are getting pretty serious. Alright, the exploration continues. Some of this has been fairly difficult. There's been a couple times where I lost my momentum or struggled a little bit. And it's mostly due to the rock. There's a lot of overgrowth here, and a lot of times you'll hit some rock and get your front end a little cockeyed and drop it off the side of the trail. Like right in here, there's a fair amount. Definitely a fair amount. A little loose, guys. Man, on this trip I've seen a lot of wildlife, a lot of variety of stuff. I don't think I've ever seen any buffalo in Idaho, which is normal. Buffalo don't reside in Idaho, but I did see buffalo in South Dakota today. Not today, this trip. A lot of people ask me how I managed to spit some words out while I'm doing this. And technical sections like this, it's not that easy. It don't make sense half the time. I have to think about what I said sometimes and then go back and say, oh yeah, not today. It wasn't today, it was like 3 days ago. Lots of rock. Hasn't ended yet. It's pretty much non-stop climbing over rock this whole trail. After a while, I start breathing heavy. I can definitely tell I'm not getting as good a traction in the rear. I do have that 20 pounds in there. However, it's still pretty good. I think the gummy makes up for a lot. That really soft compound really sticks pretty well. Alright, well, beautiful trail, lots of rock. I think I'm going to check my camera, check the battery, and catch you guys on the next section. Peace. I stopped right here to switch out my GoPro battery, and the flies were like, he stopped moving, he's now food. Ugh, the flies were attacking me like crazy. I'm going again. Rocks on this trail were pretty much non-stop at the beginning. Looks like they've slowed down a little bit though. Gnarly switchbacks. Be able to do those on my DRZ. Switchbacks I can do on the DRZ, but not like that. In fact, this trail system in general would have been greatly regretted had I taken my DRZ. Got to be careful with these roots. Even a small one can really take you out. I'm going to assume that one ties in with the one going straight. Probably does a gnarly switchback in here somewhere and then leads over there. I guess I'll find out. That's exactly what it did, and it was an early switchback. Had to throw my weight a little bit there. like I said, these roots hanging out really add something to the trail that can really throw you off if you're not careful. Even one that's like an inch in diameter can throw your front end out from under you if you hit it at the right angle. Or the wrong angle, I should say. I'm pretty deep into this trail now. I'm looping back around. This is a big old loop. And if there were to be something that stopped me and I had to turn around, that would suck at this time. I don't usually have that happen, especially if I really need to get through, unless there's just 20 deadfall all over the place and you can't get through. But in most cases you can get through, and in most cases you can cut your way through as well, even with a silky saw like what I've got on me. I can't really remember if I've explained exactly how that event went, but I guess I can do that now and talk about a little bit. Man, the Dakota 600 is a great deal. It's so first of all, it's a $2,000 entry into the event, but you get set up in a hotel that is very nice, and then you have breakfast and dinners covered for you. They're included in that. Dinner is a catered dinner that is so good. It was good every night, just really good. And yeah, it was such a great experience. And then you've got rides to choose from each day. You can choose whatever ride you want to do, ranging from very, very easy pavement rides to gravel roads to whatever you want to do. You can do single track. I did 2 days of single track, which I really loved. You know, I love riding motorcycles just in general, so I'm okay riding street or dual sport, whatever. But after the street and dual sport rides, I'm like, yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed myself, but where I really light up is when I get to ride this bike. That's what I really enjoy. So I did that for the last 2 days of the event, and man, everybody in that event is super cool. They do it once a year. They're giving away all kinds of prizes. I mean, $2,000. Like when I first heard that, I was like, man, that's kind of spendy. But after I saw all of what was offered, I was like, holy smokes, this is a really good deal. You really can't beat it. It honestly should cost more, in my opinion, but each ride includes a destination point. So all you have to do is buy lunch and your gas and stuff like that. But yeah, they go to lunch every ride. So we ended up at different restaurants that were really good food. So I was the videographer for the event, which meant that I had to cut out early pretty much each day. The last day I didn't. I just, well, actually, yeah, I didn't cut it too early the last 2 days. I was out riding a lot, but so I was pushing it for time on those last 2 days. I actually almost screwed myself both of those days, but regardless, I did get really cool footage, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But I was extremely busy. It was a lot of work, don't get me wrong. I was sometimes I haven't been, this is the first event that I did where I was the videographer, so I just wasn't used to always being behind a camera, and I didn't get a lot of stuff that I should have gotten, that I look back on now. I'm like, I'm gonna need that for the story, but I didn't get it because I was eating or something. So I was pretty much working from 7 and, well, even earlier than that when I got up, I guess. But yeah, basically from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. is when I was going non-stop. I was burning like 4,500 to 5,000 calories each day because I was running up and down the hills on my bike, filming people, just burning through the calories. And having a ton of fun doing it. And I don't think they could have realized how awesome I thought that that bag was, the saddlebags were that they gave me. That first day I got there, I was looking at the guy's bike, and they had a custom Dakota 600 saddlebag on one of the bikes, and they said, yeah, that's a 5-year bag. You get one of those after 5 years. I was like, man, that's awesome. It was by Giant Loop, and at the very last day they gave me one of those. I was so stoked. Very, very nice gesture. Hopefully I can do this whole event justice. Really get them a cool video. The videos every night. So basically what happened was I would go out and ride every day, and then I would film everybody for the day. We had an app set up so I could get more footage and everything, and then about 2 p.m. I would have to be back. A couple days I was there by 3 p.m., which was pushing it really close, but then I would edit the day's ride, and I would have to edit that within 2 hours. And I was editing this all like high quality 4K, so it was taking longer and longer as the video got longer and longer. And so my computer was taking time to render it. The last day it took like 40 minutes, whereas the first day only took like 7 minutes or something like that to render the video. But essentially I was doing that so that I could film the whole day. People would send me their videos. I would make an edit of basically everything that happened that day, and then they would have dinner. We had dinner at this lodge, a beautiful lodge that overlooks the valley and the mountains and Mount Rushmore. You can see the Mount Rushmore monument from this lodge. And I say lodge, but really this thing is a mansion. We were having dinner there with this beautiful overlook. It's got a replica Liberty Bell in front of the mansion, which you can ring, and it's such a cool thing. And anyways, my video would be playing on loop every night at dinner, and it would feature, you know, a bunch of the stuff that had happened that day with the riders, and showing as many riders as I could. Which I thought was a really cool idea. We ended up using somebody else's computer, which was a little bit slow. It was kind of glitchy. Had pop-ups coming up and it couldn't play the video smoothly, so I kept having pauses in the video. And as the video file got bigger and bigger, that's when it would start stopping more and more, because the computer was required to play a bigger video file. But you know, there's little things like that I'll have to fix for next time. Audio setup, I'm gonna have to do next time. I'm gonna bring an audio setup where I can get better audio from everybody. But there's little things like that could be improved for sure. But then that was a lot of fun. This was a pretty cool trail system in here. Targhee Mountains, I believe. I think this is the Snake River mountain range. Targhee National Forest. Alright, I'm looping back around right now. I might have to check the map, but should be able to hit the highway from here and head back. I've done some really good riding. My watch is dead. I don't even know why I'm looking at that. Died yesterday. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for stopping by and coming along for the ride. Peace.
Alright guys, I just wanted to thank my Patreon supporters. That would be Lance Darnell, Jim Jolson Jr., Kurt Kinghorn, Daniel Roush, Brian Thomason, Wade James, Moto Creek, Nathan Young, Jason Froling. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you.